Yo, what's up? Do we have some exciting news? Man, if you haven't already seen it, you're sleeping, but any Apple fan already knows what's going on, but I want to talk about it because I'm so freaking hyped. So the iPhone 14 was just announced, and obviously we knew it was coming, but we didn't know everything about it. There's been leaks for months. I've been following them, but we had a few surprises, and I honestly cannot wait to get my hands on one of these things. I'm gonna be pre-ordering one this morning, and then of course I'll, have it probably within a week. So by September 16th, I'll have a new phone, and I haven't had a new iPhone in like 3 or 4 years. I'm currently rocking an iPhone XS. So that was before they even came out with Pro models. A lot's changed since then. My phone still works really well, so that'll be used as like my secondary camera after I get this new phone. Which would be nice to have 2 cameras, but this new camera is something else. So before we talk more about the iPhone 14 itself, they also announced a couple other things. The new Apple Watch Series 8 was revealed, which Apple Watch doesn't get me hyped. I mean, I have an Apple Watch, but it's a Series 3. It's old, and it's just fine for me. I don't need anything else. And it's cool that they came out with a new watch again. They also have the SE, a cheaper option, which is basically the same as the Series 3. A little bit better, obviously, but basically the same. And they came out with this new one, Apple Watch Ultra, which is $800. My God, it's like twice as much as the regular watch, or more than twice as much. But it's aimed for extreme conditions and high-level athletes that really want every bit. Like, it's got a diving meter on it, like a diving computer, a whole computer. So like deep sea divers, it goes like I think 130 feet deep, and a bunch of other stuff. Like it looks like the watch to have, like, out of all watches when it comes to smartwatches. So that's cool, but I'm not getting any of those. I don't really care about the new watches too much. It's cool they exist, but I'm not getting them. Also, new AirPods Pro were announced, which, again, that's something that I'm not interested in. As much as I love to have all my products Apple and they all just work seamlessly together, I'm not a fan of earbuds, and I'm also not a fan of paying $550 fucking for AirPods Pro Max, I think is what they're called. They're cool over the ear headphones. Those aren't new. Those have been out a while. They didn't come out with a new model for those. But I'm just not paying for that because I'm totally happy with my refurbished $80 Sonys. They're fucking sick. They have bass boosts. They do everything I need. They've had them for years. They've continued to work. I've pretty much always had Sony headphones, and they have never failed me. And they're always way cheaper. You can find them on Amazon refurbished. Get a great deal like I had done. So I didn't really care about the AirPods Pro. They're just new buds, and I'm not a fan of earbuds. So moved over past that, and finally they moved on to iPhone 14, the last announcement of the day. And oh my God, they blew it out of the water. For one, the way they present their reveals, Apple just is so good at it. Like, it's so aesthetically pleasing. It's so well done. Sure, it's pre-recorded, it's not live, so that's why it's perfect, but like, it's literally perfect. They have a wide variety of different types of employees presenting different parts of all their reveal, and it's really cool. I like it. They have like so many cool areas that they film at, and that alone makes it fun to watch. So I watched this entire live stream, and there was like 2 million people watching. It's crazy that many people were live streaming. That's how big Apple is. Like, everybody loves Apple basically, unless you're the total opposite and you're just a Sony or Samsung fanboy. But anyways, the iPhone 14, they announced it, and they announced a 14, I think they called it Plus. So there's a bigger iPhone 14, which last year you had to get a Max, you had to get a Max, which is a Pro phone, and that was the only way you get a bigger phone. Otherwise, you just got the standard size. Now they offer you that option, but it's kind of weird because the price range for it is $100 cheaper, that's it, than the regular 14 Pro. And I personally am looking at a Pro model, so there's no way I'd be getting an iPhone 14 Plus or a regular iPhone 14. I've had regular iPhones forever. I'm ready for a Pro one. I want these advanced features, especially the camera. But there's so many other things that this 14 Pro is coming with it. I didn't expect, honestly. There's some of it I knew was coming, obviously. It's been around a while. But some of it, one thing in particular has fucking blown me away, and I cannot wait. It's something so simple, yet so creative. But we'll talk about that here in a second. The main reason that I was wanting this new phone is I want updated cameras. So on both iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro, they're gonna have new front-facing cameras that have true depth, which is like portrait mode where the background will blur. You have a little bokeh on your video or your picture, and it'll have better face detection, and it's 4K. It's been 4K for a while, but my current phone that I'm using right now is only 1080p on the front-facing camera, so it'll be nice to upgrade there. Then on the back, again, there's 3 cameras like there has been for the last few years on the Pro models. You'll have the regular camera, you'll have a telephoto lens, and you'll have a wide-angle lens. And I'm especially excited for these 2 new lenses because I'm still rocking 1 lens on my back camera right now. I'm gonna have, you know, something for wide shots when like I'm too close on something, I need to zoom out a little bit. That's gonna be very nice. And then a telephoto where I can zoom in a little bit actually and not have to be so close. So it gives you options, and it's gonna just be amazing to work with something like that. And on top of that, they've got this new like image stabilization software that is unreal. Like you could be running behind somebody as they're running and filming them, and the camera's not gonna be shaky at all. Like that, I know you've probably heard image stabilization before, but like Apple's own version that they're introducing now, this new one, it looks to be the best. As usual, Apple does it the best, and it's gonna be nice for anything action oriented. Trying to think, there's also the display. So you have a nice display on both phones, the iPhone 14 and the Pro, but on the Pro, you get 120 hertz refresh rate, which is something that I am growing more accustomed to because my TV is 120 hertz, my PS5 accepts 120 hertz. So having that on my phone, that smoothness, the fluidity, it's gonna be dope. And that again was on the 13 Pro, but on the 14 Pro, they're gonna have it as well. But another thing they've added on the 14 Pro with the display, I mean, it has the option to go down to 1 hertz, which if it goes up to 120 while you're using it, that's great, but you don't always need that high of a refresh rate. That'll waste battery. So they lower it down all the way to 1 hertz when it goes into always on display. So basically, whenever you set your phone to the side and you're not using it, usually it just goes to a black screen. There's nothing there. Well, now it's going to go to an almost black screen where everything's dimmed, but you can see your whole entire lock screen still. And it'll still look good. The colors will still be somewhat vivid, and you'll be able to see it without turning on. And that's nice for like checking simple things. Does it say chicken? Checking simple things. And at the time, whether it be a notification, score of a game that you have on your lock screen widget, there's so much good about that. And that's only on the Pro models. So as you can see, a lot of things are stacking up on the Pro models that like I kind of have to have at this point. If I'm upgrading my phone, I'm upgrading everything, not just some things. So I'm hyped. I'm getting the Pro. But then they come in and they announce this new pill. It's like, I can't really describe it. It's like a small little pill on the top rather than the cutout that's normally at the top of the iPhone with the camera in it. They've changed it to a small pill. And people had that leaked and were like, I don't like that design. Why are they doing that? Oh boy, they had a reason. They have come up with something amazing that all these other phones who are using the pill shape have failed to do. Apple innovates yet again. It is the dynamic island. This thing is a little pill normally, but during so many instances, certain notifications, certain activations within your phone, say you activate Siri or something, this pill expands out into a larger, like, non-disruptive UI experience, and it is so cool. Like, I was obsessed with it. Like, that was my favorite part of the entire presentation, was this dynamic island. You know, a lot of people were probably like, that's not that cool. Well, you're crazy, because it looked amazing. It was so pleasing. All the times of all your notifications covering up your whole screen are over. They'll be up at the top, out of the way. You can constantly have a scoreboard of a game up there if you want, anywhere, while you're anywhere on your phone. Oh my God, I can't get enough out of my system to explain how cool the Dynamic Island is. It's an odd name, I'll give it that. It's a weird name, probably the worst name Apple's ever came up with, but I like it at the same time because it's so different. Just like the feature itself is so different from all these other companies. I cannot wait. And it's only on the Pro models. So if you're just getting a regular iPhone 14, no Dynamic Island for you, that's a major selling point for me. Sure, it's mostly software based besides the pill shape itself, but it's huge. And I cannot wait to test that out. And that will be on September 16th that I'll get to try that. Because again, it's only on the 14 Pro. And although the software update for all iPhones for iOS 16 is coming out before then, I think the 12th is when you can get that. Obviously the beta's been out a while, but the iOS 16 has so many new features as well. And I've been holding off on that because I want this new phone to be my first experience of iOS 16. So this phone feels like insanely elevated to me. It's gonna be so much faster for one. I mean, 4 years is a long time in technology. Things leap so far forward. So the speed, the processors, everything's just gonna be way faster. And I'll be happy with that. I'm also gonna upgrade to a Max model, which at first I didn't think I was gonna do, but it's only $100 difference. And I'd like to have a huge screen. That would be sick. Now I've thought, okay, putting it in my pocket might be too big sometimes, but I'm gonna deal with it. I wear a fanny pack a lot of times like I am right now. And throwing my phone in there is not a problem. And then also on these phones, for a couple years they've had this, but I've never experienced it yet. The MagSafe on the back, to where you have a magnet to where your phone will like stick to it. You can do charging on like a magnetic charger, or for instance, for me, I ordered this thing on Amazon. I already ordered it. It should be here before the phone, to where like you put your phone on it. It's a phone holder and it charges it too. And it's a magnetic and it's so strong. The magnets are so strong that, you know, you don't have to worry about it falling. And I've got this thing that does something similar in my car already, except for it's not magnetic, but I gotta wait for it to open and close every time. Sometimes the charging doesn't activate because it doesn't get on there perfectly. It's a little bit annoying, but it works. I've been using it for a few years and I love it, but I can't wait to have this MagSafe option that's better and just more advanced. You know, I'm gonna be so lucky for one to be able to have this opportunity, but I'm just hyped, honestly. It's gonna be sick. These 14 Pros are amazing. Now they start the 14 Pro at $999, which the price didn't go up this year. We were very surprised to find that out. We thought it was going up just like everything. You know, what do you call it? The Oculus Quest 2 or Meta Quest. I can't not call it Oculus. It's so hard for me still. PS5 went up in price. A lot of things are going up in price, but iPhone's stuck at the same price level, and it is very nice to find that out. However, the one that I'm going for, the model, I'm going for an iPhone 14 Pro Max with 512 gigabyte storage. So that's gonna cost me a little bit. It's gonna cost me, I believe, $13.99 plus tax. That's a lot for a phone, but I look at it this way. It's gonna improve the main aspects of my life so greatly. You know, I use my phone for leisurely activities, obviously, but for work, like this right here, I do this every day. Upgrading my work is important to me. I don't wanna just stay stagnant and keep using old technology if I have the option to get something better, do better things. I haven't even got to try the cinematic mode on the iPhone. So like you can really do so much with it now. Already the phone I have now is great. Can't hate on it. I'm gonna keep using it every once in a while, I'm sure. But the new one, this could be something else, man. So, color options. Looks like they had a black, I wanna say silver and gold. I can't remember, honestly. I just know that black and purple were the two colors I was choosing between, because currently I have a gold phone, so I don't want another gold one. But black looked really nice, but I cannot pass up on an opportunity to get purple. Last year they had blue, which is cool, but you know, I've got a lot of blue stuff already, so just getting something purple is kind of like just random. Speaking of purple, right here we go. I'm going with purple. So it looks cool. It's not super bright purple. It's like a faint purple, and under certain light, it's really purple, I guess. Can't wait to see that in person, because I can only imagine, you know, looking at pictures, it looks cool and all, but in person, you'll really get to see how purple it is. So I'm going with a purple iPhone 14 Pro Max, 512 gigabytes. Whew, it's a lot of words. But, you know, It's something that I've been waiting years for. You know, every year a new iPhone comes out and I ignore it. No matter, I keep up with all the information, but I ignore the idea of purchasing it. But right now is a good time to upgrade. It seems like this is one of the biggest leaps forward they've had in a while. You know, I've waited so many years, it's already gonna be a big leap forward for me. So just the fact that everything's lining up here, I've got the money to do it right now, thankfully. And shouldn't be too hard to pre-order it. So I'm recording this the day before the pre-order. This is on Thursday and the pre-order starts at 8 a.m. Eastern on Friday. By the time this posts, I'll probably have already pre-ordered, ideally. So I'm getting gift cards off of Bit Refill, using Bitcoin to buy those. Well, technically I'm using Hive. I'm converting my Hive into Bitcoin to buy gift cards on Bit Refill, and that'll be how I pay for it. You know, I'm not doing this monthly payment bullshit. I'm not paying with like USD. Buying my iPhone 14 Pro with Bitcoin, and it's pretty awesome to be able to do that. I already did that with my iMac, so this is nothing new to me, but you know, it's still just a cool thing to announce and say. But yeah, I don't really think there's much else to add. I've talked so much about this already. Like, I'm just so excited for this. Like I said, those other announcements are cool too, but the 14 Pro really is like, it's what's got me interested the most. And yeah, I'll definitely be showing it off once I get it, because I'll have a phone to record the phone, so that'll be cool. But I mainly just want to test out this new camera and just see how much different it really is. And then there's so many other things too. I'm so excited. So if you're excited too, let me leave a comment. I'm sure a lot of people have already watched the live stream and saw all the announcements, but if you didn't, go watch that. I'll have that linked. Just go to Apple's YouTube. That's all you have to do. All the videos are on Apple. And you go to apple.com, check out, you know, charts and stuff that show you specific details about each product, compare the product lineup. They're still gonna be selling the iPhone 13 and the iPhone SE, so those aren't being phased out. So those are still an option if you're looking to save money. But if you're wanting something brand new, they got the 14 and they've got the 14 Pro. And if you're really going for a big boy, they got the Plus and the Pro Max. So yeah, there's just tons of options. As always, Apple, they give you options, and they really know how to push you into that next level purchase. You're only $100 away, might as well get this instead of that. They got me there. I'm going all the way to the most expensive thing I could possibly get besides 1 terabyte on my, you know, the storage. 512 should be good. I got 1 terabyte on my computer, and currently on my phone, I'm only using about anywhere from 150 to 200. And I just didn't want to get 256 because that's what I have now. I feel like it's close to filling up. It was like 230 here recently, and I deleted a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I think 512 will be good for me. And I still have a bunch of iCloud space, I think 2 terabytes. So I really don't have to worry about storage, but at the same time I do. I don't know, I guess that's it today. I appreciate you listening. If you're an Apple fanboy like me, you probably love this video. You probably love these announcements. You might even be getting yourself an iPhone 14 like I am. So tell me, comment. I would love to share the hype with someone else. Many other people, actually. So as many people as want. Start a conversation down below. Let's get talking. But that's it for this video. Finally done talking. Blah, 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 blah. I just keep going. I'm a machine. But that's it. I'll catch you in another video soon. Peace out.